for 100% of friends to be tracking. Ooh, I got all of the column table tracking me. Awesome, we look ready. Okay, ladies, so we finished our unit on ancient Egypt, and now we're going to do something a little different, a little new. We're going to do something called, say it with me, chalk talk. Now, sometimes we have, bring it back, sometimes we have discussions in a circle, right? Some friends say something, friends agree, or they disagree, right? We disagree. And we talk. But today we're going to have a conversation that is going to be a little bit different. We're going to have a conversation at a level 0. I know. I see your confused faces like, what? How can you talk if you're not, hey, how can you talk if you don't are not saying anything? So I see lots of hands. I want to hear from a couple of friends. London, how can we have a conversation at a level 0?
Pass out papers.
Passing out papers, that's an idea. Abigail? Like signals?
Yeah.
Like signals on the paper? Okay, you girls are close. Paris? Mount? What do you mean? Mouth? Like pretending that you're saying actually something but not actually making something? Okay, that's one way. Alright, put your hands down, girls, I'm gonna tell you. So chalk talk is going to be a discussion in which we all gonna be at a level 0, walking around the room, responding to what somebody else wrote. And you are either gonna be disagreeing or agreeing. Now, at your desk right now, at your tables, because it has to be by tables, there are questions about what we learned when we were reading the book of ancient Egypt, mummies and pyramids. Your job is going to be to walk around the room and read the question, and you're going to answer it. It might be packed, so you can move on to another question. The questions are different. Okay? And they have in the back, in case they have the same question, or different questions in case you run out of space. Now, once I write, I'm going to pretend I'm writing an answer to this. Why was the Nile River so important to the ancient Egyptians? I'm going to write my answer. I'm pretending I'm writing my answer. And once I'm finished writing, I'm going to move on to another question. Now, another person's job, hold on, Sophia, I'm going to let you ask questions at the end. If Paris comes to this one and she sees my answer, Paris has 2 choices. Paris can either respond to what I said, she can agree or disagree with what I said, or she can build on to my idea, or Paris has the choice to write her own answer to the main question. I said a lot. I'm going to give you both time for questions. Sophia. So Sophia said, what if too many people? Go ahead. Before I let somebody else try to respond to that, Sophia, what do you think you can do if there's too many people here, or if this is already filled? What can you do? Think about it. I actually said the answer to this when I explained at the beginning. Abigail. You can go to another table that maybe has the same question. Some of those tables have similar questions. The paper has questions in the front and in the back. Got it? Any more questions? I'm going to take 2 more. Chioma.
Do you have to write our names on our comments?
Loud and proud, Chioma, I can't hear you.
Do you have to write our names on the answers?
That's a good question, Chioma, and I'm going to tell you. This is a place for you to express yourself in whichever way you want. So if you do want to put your name next to your question or statement or response, you can. If you don't, hold on, Sophia. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But the expectation is that we are all walking around, writing our answers to one of the questions. Right?
I just saw chicken on those.
Last question, Abigail. No.
Just do a simple plain answer.
Simple response to what's there in your own understanding. Now, can you agree with what they're saying? Yes. If you do, you need to build on. If you disagree, you need to explain your thinking as to why you disagree. Now, this is a challenge for this. A chalk talk, it's completely at a level 0 so that friends can focus while they're doing their writing. Got it? When I say go, you're going to stand up. Everyone, go. At level 0, we're going to, I'm going to give you a timer of about 10 minutes for this. When I say go, you're going to start walking around the room, finding a question that you would like to get on first. So if you read this one and you're not entirely sure, move on to the next. Find a question that you feel comfortable answering. Got it? When I say go, you're going to start your chalk talk at a level 0. Go. If someone writes something you disagree with, you are not speaking out loud to disagree. All of our responses are silently on paper. And I am going to join you, and I'm also going to write on your answers or responses. I want to shout out the girls at the drawing table. There's a big group there. Their voices are still at a 0, trying to answer the question. This is a quick reminder that we're working at a level 0.
Chica, sorry.
So if you're waiting, you're getting a little bit impatient, go to another question.
Sorry.
If you are going to disagree with someone who actually wrote their name, say, I disagreed with, say their name, write their name, and then explain why you disagree.
That's not how you spell disagree.
Sit down.
Huh?
Sit down.
So Nayeli's wrote that 13,102 rounded to the nearest 10 of thousand is 1,300. I want to know, do you girls agree or disagree? Show me with your signals. I see Devaney and Abigail disagreeing. Does anybody agrees with her? Davina agrees. Davina, why do you agree with Nayelis?
Because if it was high, if it was like higher or lower than that, that would make no sense because I know that when you're rounding, you go up or down, and if it was higher than 5, it would be closer to 14,000.
So you're saying if it was higher than 5, can you be more specific? If what is higher than 5?
If like
I see her tracking her work. You should be also thinking about this. You should be going back to your work.
It was like 13. If it was 13, that wait, it's lower. It rounds how do I say it? Like
I don't know.
Loud and proud, Davina.
Like it.
Haley.
13,005 or like 13,007, then you would probably round up because it's closer to 14,000. But since it's closer to 3.
So you're saying, Davina, that the number in the thousands is not greater than 5? So because it's not greater than 5, what should we be doing then?
rounding down.
Rounding down. Abigail, what do you think?
So, I kindly disagree with Nayelis because 13,000, it says in the question to round to the nearest 10,000, not 1,000, because if you round it to the nearest 1,000, then it would be 13,000. And if you round to the nearest 10,000, you need to look in the 10,000s place, which is the number before the 3, which is the 1, and then you look back to the 3, and since the 3 is less than 5, you round down to get 10,000.
So I'm gonna keep pushing your thinking with this, Abigail. Which are the nearest tens of thousands in the number 13,102?
10,000.
10,000 in?
10,000.
Is there another one? What's the nearest tens of thousands?
Of that
10,000
number?
and
10,102.
okay. All right, girls. So these are our choices, and we crossed out the ones that we clearly know are not closest to 9,000 because we have B as a reference. That was the one that was closest. But then, Leah. But then when we solved for D, we got 10,673. Abigail, which one do you think is the one that's closest? And can you please explain your thinking?
I think that B is closest to 9,000 because it only needs 300.
Give her some thinking time.
I know what it is.
But I say it's not D either because 10,000 is already more than 9,000. You will need a whole 1,000 less to get to 9,000. But since 8,677 is less than 9,000 and it's closer, it's obviously going to be B.
So, Abigail was saying is B. I want to check around the room whether you girls agree with Abigail or disagree.
Should I get this?
Who agrees with Abigail that B should be the right answer?
B.
Or who disagrees with her and thinks that 10,000 should be the answer? Nayelis disagrees Nayeli, can you tell us why you disagree?
I disagree because I think that 10 is closer because you only need to subtract a little bit more than 1,000 to get to 9,000.
Can you tell us more? When you say a little bit, what do you mean? Okay, so
That's what she cried over friend.
does anybody agree with what Nayelis is saying?
No.
Nayelis is disagreeing with, show me the signal and I know you want to share. Sit down. Leah, what do you, so you agree with Abigail that the right answer should be B?
So
Can you tell us why?
I tell.
And actually, wait, hold on. You disagree with Nayeli's thinking. Can you explain why?
So I'm gonna say both. So Abigail is correct because if you add 8 plus 1 equals 9. So then, if we're doing plus, then she's correct because she put 9,000 minus 8,677 taken away, and then it doesn't eat. And I disagree with Nayeli's
With Nayelis?
because 10 is over than 9. 10 is over than 9 because 9 is under the 10, so 10's above 9.
Okay. So I solved for both, and this is what I got. When I solved for B and I subtracted to find the difference is the amount that is in between both numbers. I found that 9,000 minus 8,667 gives me a difference of 323. Now, when I did the difference for 10,673 and I subtracted 9,000, the difference that I was left with was 1,673. So which number is closest to 9,000 is actually what Abigail was saying. Because when you find the difference for both, you're gonna see that B was closest. Go ahead and solve for problem 4. You have 3 minutes.